I believe we are now on YouTube. I am switching over to Zoom. Yes, it does say live. Okay, the screen might jump around a little bit today because my laptop is in the shop and I'm using the iPad. So the format today will be a little bit different. Often on Thursdays, we use a sutta and read through it in a contemplative way to inform our meditation. Because I don't want to have to do the screen navigation, I'm actually going to do a sutta informed contemplation rather than a sutta specific contemplation. And this is kind of leaping off of the Sanya work that we started on Tuesday during the actual sutta study program. And in that program, we were talking about perception and how perception really matters for our path development. Perception, this is what we see, how we attend to where does our attention go and what quality do we have behind that attention? Is it a quality of love and care? Is it a quality of anger and ill will? Is it wanting? Is it not wanting? So what is the flavor? And early on in my monastic life, it was suggested that I look at things gently, calmly, kindly. Gently, calmly, kindly. And I've now kind of got another set of vocab I use is stable, centered, open, and warm. So these are the types of qualities that will help us in the development and stabilization of our meditation practice. And from there will also help with our development and stabilization in our interactions out in the world. So the contemplation today is going to stem from tuning our perceptions that are conducive towards a settling and stilling so that our heart can be warm and unagitated. So today we'll take our seat, our lying down posture, standing, whatever posture you would like to use for this time together. And as you kind of settle in the posture, notice the quality of the heart, the quality of the mind as you attend to taking it. Are you rigidly placing yourself in an upright posture? Or are you creating a balanced, relaxed, steady, open state? Hint, the latter is going to be more comfortable and more conducive to stilling. So as we adjust and find a posture that's supportive, doing it with that kindness, the attention that's kind. I find it actually just hard to even speak next because it's so beautiful. It's so warm. It's so inviting when we attend to and set ourselves up for a practice by perceiving it as supportively open, soft, relaxed, and frankly delicious. So we can notice with this warm heart, what is the quality of this posture right now? Maybe there's places that are being held constricted, that we can allow some softening in. Now, the constriction happens, these are bodies. Now, maybe our guts get twisted, our heart does, or Charlie horses in our feet, tension in the neck. These things may have accumulated. So, where it's possible to just say, oh, there's a little more holding than I need to have for the purpose of meditation, perceiving it through the lens of care. Okay, sweetheart, you don't need quite so much tightness right now. One of the suttas I return to again and again has the line in it, my heart will inwardly steady and well settle. So this is allowing this settling, a relaxed stability, inviting it with a soft, gentle friendliness. Oh, welcome. Welcome to this heart. Welcome to this mind, this body state. Ease, peace, stability. We're well supported by the surface under us. Settling into that in a way that can be sustained. Attending with a curiosity that doesn't spin out with questions, but just openness to how is it right now. And if there's any torment or twisting, terror, sadness, you go to the Dhammapada where it says that not with hatred will hatred be cured. So any of these tormented, afflictive qualities we may meet in our system, we're not going to repair them, ease them by overlaying animosity on them. Can we perceive any affliction we find in our body, in our heart, in our mind, just as the conditions that have arisen? It's like this now. There is sorrow or joy. There is pain or pleasure. Just noticing the tonality, the quality of it with a friendliness. Yes, I see you. Of course you're here right now. We train in this way, it will become a new habit, a new way of relating, a new way of loving. Can I perceive what's going on right now with the lens of metta, with the balance of equanimity? Just now, I feel a warm settledness, but that's not always the case. I'm not recommending papancha or spinning out now. I'm only giving an example. Yesterday, I had more body dukkha and some agitation, some logistical things to do. And I came back and I was sore and tired. And as I was, lying there and doing some laying down meditation, a whimper emerged. Just kind of this natural little body verbal outburst. And it was like, oh, yes, thank you. Seeing where there's a tightness in my perception right now. Of course, that's conditioned too. So now I can choose. Can I hold this body dukkha, this agitation, with a little more warmth, love, acceptance? Can I relax even in the midst of the dukkha? Can I relax? Can I perceive this as naturally arisen and trust? Trust the Dhamma unfolding. And another whimper or two emerged. I just let them move and soften and cease. Perception of impermanence, perception of dukkha, perception of anatta. Viewed through the heart of loving kindness. So if anything emerges in this time for you like that, try applying the open, spacious, warm heart to it. And if it's the heart itself that's tight, just move in the direction of metta. Just holding it as it is. This is a slow but powerful tool. Ajahn Brahmali talks about our perceptive direction as if we're a super tanker out in the ocean at great speeds. They can get going quite fast, very strongly in a direction. And even if you reverse the propellers, set the engine on high to go backwards even, it won't. The momentum is pulling us forward. And so if we want to course correct, apply the sun of the metta. And slowly, 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 the tanker will turn. So this is about a consistency of practice, stabilizing, brightening, warming. Looking through the quality of love, metta. On Tuesday, we touched on the underlying tendencies that don't support our practice, the anusaya, underlying tendencies. So as we sit and contemplate and meditate, one of these, which the hindrances quite overlap this list, a hindrance or underlying tendency towards wanting or ill will or becoming or turning off and away, doubting, ignorance, any of these. If we feel that underlying tendency of the super tinker pulling toward the course of habit, gentle redirect. Yep, yep, here it is. Lovingly holding, redirecting. Heart that's warm, steady, open, balanced. Yes, this tendency is pulling at me. It's pulling. Breathe, soften, smile in the heart. Training our perception to use the lens of love. Yes, this too. If an afflictive tendency arises, we can also notice in the body what's happening as this emotive quality or direction of thought emerges. What also is happening maybe in our tongue. Often if it's an aversion, there's a kind of a pulling, tightening, tensing. Or maybe for you it's the jaw, the belly, could be the feet or the pelvic floor or the hands or the forehead. Just notice if If an afflictive quality comes up during your contemplation, scan the body and see if there's a physical tell. Oh, yep, I practiced for a good year with my tongue. Ah, I tightened, I pulled back, I blew it to the roof of my mouth, or, the things that I would do with just this one piece. I know others have worked with other parts of the body, as I with the tongue, which took a long time. So in meditation, if I feel the agitation arising, soften the tongue. I let it rest loosely in the mouth. I make sure the jaw is not tight. It may ache from having been tight, but for just now, I soften. I don't perceive the tightness as wrong, just conditioned. Just of course, what's arisen. And there's a little rejoicing at seeing and softening. This is training our perception toward metta, toward wisdom, toward compassion, supportive for practice. Over time, as we work with noticing the constrictions in the body, softening, noticing again and softening, noticing again, softly noticing and softening. We're also training the mind, noticing and softening. Over time, the constriction of thinking, emoting, slows, softens, and the mind is left with a spaciousness, an openness, an expansiveness, a brightness. When this occurs, just again notice with the same soft, warm openness. Notice the bright, spacious mind. Relax into the spacious, open mind. Again, it's conditioned. It's a product of the practice. Happily present. And instead of now actively softening, we can just attentively rest. Our awareness is bright, but not tight. Resting, open, aware. We're tuning and training our perception to cultivate the entry into this experience. So, with these contemplations, we'll have some silence for the next half hour. And during that time, when any afflictive tightening occurs, gently, warmly see it, know it is conditioned, and soften over and over and over. Meet it with love and soften. And perhaps sometime in this half hour, there will be moments or long extents of stilling, spacious, bright stilling of the mind. Then rest in that, perceiving that. And I'll join you there. In these last few minutes, noticing if we're with a spacious, bright mind, if we're attending with a warm, metta-filled heart, if we're meeting any disturbance, even my voice, with a quality, a lens of love, an acceptance and a softening. And allowing a minute to review this last hour, just as a tone or specific moments where the application of warmth, kindness, perceiving through that lens. Did we do it occasionally or consistently? And did it have some result? What was that result? Is it something we want to cultivate further? And maybe bringing some gratitude into the heart for our commitment to do this practice in a partial or total way this time. Just showing up at all really matters. Grateful to our practice for being here and for us showing up for the practice. If you wish, you can just continue the contemplation or meditation, or you can join me in paying respects to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. To the Buddha, to the Dhamma, and to the Sangha. Respects and gratitude.